I don't remember the first case of the second game at all.
Well, it involves Phoenix getting beat over the head with a fire extinguisher, so you have a lot to look forward to. Before we deal with that,
Yes?
we have the fifth case of the first game to deal with.
I kind of remember bits and pieces of this.
Yeah, this one is a lot hazier in my mind. I think I only played this one once.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
The other four I've played a couple times with like various remakes and stuff, but this is this is very much a side story kind of episode. So
let's go.
Let's get going. Episode 5. Let us begin.
Whoa. I'm not used to these advanced visuals.
Like parallax scrolling.
It's pretty advanced for Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. Shit's going down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot I had to do voice acting.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months since she looked at me. Since Maya left the office.
Off to a stellar start, my friend.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. 2 months without a single trial.
You took down the perfect prosecutor and you can't get a job in 2 months.
That's right.
Like, the amount of work Phoenix does or doesn't have is super freaking bizarre.
Yeah, that's true.
He would have to be like the most famous defense attorney in
right.
the world
He should
by
be
this
pretty
point,
famous. Right? Yeah. That's a kind of a good point.
Oh, okay. Oh no, Phoenix is just too depressed to work.
I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up.
Till the day that dame walked down my door. Is that where you're going with this? I hope not. She's underage.
Anime underage or actually underage? Okay.
Yes.
Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Perky girl, I guess?
I guess.
All right.
There you are! Finally!
Pretty good.
Where have you been? My sister's trial's tomorrow! Friggin' goggles.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you?
I'm sorry, but Mia Fey is no longer works here.
So you are the coffee boy?
I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney.
Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright?
Ooh, I am famous.
The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Well, that's what we're talking about. Okay. Thank you, Gib. Give him some fucking respect. Put some respect on his name.
Good lord. Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though.
Well, not in that one, but it was the previous Edgeworth. Edgeworth Sr. was murdered.
Solid point, champ.
That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody.
I'm sorry, I'm not better than nobody. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now.
But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney?
Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere.
Please! I'm out of time!
But...
Please, you have to help! It's my sister!
She makes the same cat going down in a biplane noise?
Yeah.
Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll heal you out. You have enough pieces of flair on.
Really? Thank you so much! My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator.
Science? What is that? I normally just look at things and make it up as I go.
Yeah.
Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator?
You don't have to do air quotes. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy or maybe just young.
Young? I'll be 16 years old this year.
Oh, I see. Wait! Only 16?
I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less.
So what exactly is your current position then?
Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less.
Great, another future professional in training. So, what's this about a case? You said there was a trial tomorrow?
My sister didn't do it! She wouldn't stab someone with a knife! She wouldn't! She would use something else!
That's so stupid.
It's like, why specify with a knife?
It's true. So, it's a murder case.
I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it! That's what science is! It doesn't matter about the evidence. It's all about how you feel.
Science is a feeling in the inside.
Truth isn't about testing things. It's about what you know in your heart is true.
Ah, that's what I was trying to get at. Okay.
I don't think that's how truth works, Ronaldo. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact.
And there's a witness.
Just talk to her. You have to talk to her.
Right. I suppose I will.
I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but
That's interesting. How would she know Mia? She was only a practicing attorney for a decade.
yeah.
So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then?
Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know.
Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one.
We can't all be aspiring attorneys. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you?
Yeah. Sure can't fault her lack of enthusiasm.
I'm trying to think of like other variations to do on her voice.
I guess it has to be even more perky than you're going for.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're driving at.
My name's Emma. I'm
I don't think so. I don't think so. Sound.
I imagine she'd sound like Kristen Shaw.
Wow. Okay.
You feeling it?
I sure.
I can't do that voice.
You're like, are you feeling it? Yeah, I'm feeling it. Go for it.
If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared.
Your sister?
I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done.
I'm looking forward to it. I guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister.
Let's ask about it. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school.
So they went to the same school, huh?
She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one.
Incidentally, Mia is a woman.
Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's.
Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. Yeah, you must be close enough to want her not to go to jail forever.
Yeah. Well, actually when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her.
Huh?
But she's my only family.
Your only family? What about your parents?
They died in a car accident when I was little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, with that, I'm off.
I wonder what's wrong with, Emma. She's got all quiet of a sudden as soon as we arrived.
Maybe I should make her Laura Schmidt.
I'm fine.
I thought I told you I didn't want visitors.
Sorry, ma'am. It's your sister.
No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year?
Understood, ma'am. What was that all about?
Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing.
Wow.
Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma.
It's actually working.
Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Hey! How do you know me?
Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. Just want to linger on that.
I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do, Admiral?
My name is Lana. Lana Sky. My name's
Lana.
Lana. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. It's too bad Bethany's not here. She would lose his fucking mind.
Yeah. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like...
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Alright. There's something you should know from the start.
Which is?
The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime.
Huh?
Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright?
Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened?
The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m.
That's quite specific.
It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it?
The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. I love that you feel the urge to join in every time I
think
do that.
it helps. It's fun.
The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk. Classy.
I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were.
Well,
I may have to change up the voice.
I don't know. It's kind of killing me over here. So, who was the victim?
An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach.
By you.
death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal.
You should do like a random pause between like certain words.
Yeah.
I think that is also in that
Allow
character.
me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective.
Yeah.
You know what that means, don't you?
Uh-oh.
What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean?
Well, it means,
The police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so.
there you go. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn.
Lana! 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 What?
So,
Danger zone! You okay?
yeah. Dustin and Andrew entertain each other tonight.
Yeah.
So, you're the chief prosecutor.
That is correct. I am responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell.
That's an awfully large nutshell.
Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize this district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. I was just a small town prosecutor. Lana? What happened to your hand? This? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. What can I say? I'm just a small town prosecutor. I'm sorry.
So stupid.
It's so stupid. My name's Lana.
How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in class ahead of me, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her?
Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia.
Hey!
It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. We were just two best friends out on the town. On tonight's episode of Legal Beagles.
Lana in the sky with justice.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
She was different than the other students.
Different?
She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. Like raising the dead, for instance. Boy, was that wacky. That was probably why she was attracted to me.
Excuse me?
Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Until fate threw me a curveball. This was a great and stupid choice.
Oh,
I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way.
don't ask you. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it.
You and your Elton John glasses.
Yeah? Oh man, Rocket Man was good.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Wright,
Excuse me?
As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright,
Yes?
I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you.
Um, you mean you're requesting my services as your defense?
Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over.
Easy payday for Phoenix. Alright. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this.
Wait, shit! I put on the billboards. You don't pay unless we win. Oh, son of a bitch!
That's why I work so hard. Okay.
He's got the business card like Lionel Hutz. No comma, money down.
Phoenix Wright, innocent verdict or your pizza's free.
Yeah.
Lana has just confessed to the crime. Yes. But something doesn't fit. Oh! Hey!
Hello! Thank you for joining us. I just did a really stupid voice.
You'll hear it later.
Yeah.
It's that look in Emma's eyes. Boys! There's something else going on here. I'm gonna find out what.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
About what?
My sister, she's not always like that, you know.
I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again.
She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her.
I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that for some reason. What happened to her? Boy.
I don't know for certain myself, but she did say she stabbed a guy, so I don't know.
That's true.
I think maybe well, maybe not.
He sent us a heart bit.
Yay!
He's the #1 bit man of the week. Sounds like there's something there that defines a simple scientific explanation.
All right.
Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office. Shall we?
Okay.
Do, do, do. Oh, that's right. Different music.
Yeah.
Do.
Do they park on the space station? What is this environment?
Japan, buddy. So this is the lot where it all happened.
Looks like they're still investigating.
Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this.
Hey everyone, keep up the good work.
Hey, what are you thinking?
Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now after all. No harm in saying hello.
Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here.
That's why
See?
I wear my navy blue suit.
And my giant spiky hair. Oh, I know who that is.
Hey there! You expecting? Whoa, no.
Whoa, no!
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
Gumshoe. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. It's high noon. He looks like McCree from Overwatch.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. I think it's supposed to be doggies. Mr. Marshall!
Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me.
I like that he's got like a normal suit coat underneath that.
Yeah.
Looky here, Bambina, I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? Out here in the old west of Japan, this is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. I'm just gonna like slowly deteriorate his speech. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams are cacti on the desert dream? You want to?
What's this guy talking about?
You head along home now. Happy
flask.
trails, Bambina. Drinking fucking whiskey on the job.
I mean, you don't know what's in the flask. You don't.
Yeah, you don't. What else would it be?
Cactus juice.
Cactus juice. It's hard to get in the United States of Nippon.
Was that a hombre, a friend of yours?
Nice pronunciation of hombre.
Thank you.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. He's a detective.
Who thinks he's a sheriff in the Wild West, it seems?
Oh, somebody dropped something. I will be a good Samaritan.
Yeah. You know what you're doing. Oh, what's this? A wallet. Excuse me, officer.
Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright?
What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police.
I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket.
How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me.
Hastily stuffed in a pocket. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay?
By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this.
Okay now. Look at the court record.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides.
Oh man, check out this advanced gameplay.
Now let's start examining from every angle. Oh look! I think there might be a clue here. Just check it out with a press the A button. Alright.
Get a raging clue from this.
It's got such a clue right now. Maybe I should make her the hardly place.
No. This is an ID card. Yeah, it's too much. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 582. I can't read.
Isn't scientific investigation useful?
No, don't do that. I've had too many frescoes. I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it.
Alright. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find.
I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on.
Gotta check the ladder. Aha! A ladder!
That's a step ladder?
What's the difference? In scientific terms, please.
Scientific, huh?
Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright.
This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Callback joke.
Yep. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works.
Hey, don't stuff we don't need to be touching.
I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure.
What is she babbling about?
Hey, what did you just say?
See? You can hear just fine. The phone's broken.
I just think of the episode of Hey Arnold where they're down in the basement and the power goes out and Grandpa just goes, I'm blind! Grandpa, no, the lights went off. The lights went off and I'm blind! Alright, let's take a look at this. I can't examine this weird computer terminal thing, but I can look at its door. Look, a door! This something.
I'm not sure that doors mean anything.
No, it won't open! A mysterious lock!
I fail to see what's mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we?
Zoom. Alright, more stuff. Oh boy, look at that.
Huh.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is.
Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly.
The sheriff!
Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet.
Gah! Scary!
Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car?
Well, little fella's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh?
Please?
No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like.
Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter?
He looks like... I was gonna reference JoJo, but nobody's gonna get it.
I always get this song confused with the one from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga,
Yeah,
the T.E. Valley theme. I
Nope.
love. By the way, Bad Guy loves your cowboy voice.
yeah.
Note to self. Look up Vittles, Saloon, Cerveza.
Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office.
I love the look on her face as she writes in that notebook.
Yeah.
It's so cute. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you want, just keep your paws off our claim.
Right. Great.
Great. Maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out.
I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Us?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh.
Oh yeah, her. Oh, she's got a jelly donut on her head.
Oh god, she does. Totally has a jelly donut on her.
You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene.
Oh boy.
Hello. Half and half, was it?
No.
Thank you. just really go
fucking-
for anything.
Fucking no.
What do you want?
Sexy. Give me sexy.
Hello. Half and half, was it?
Why is she British?
I don't know.
Why are you giving her such a nasally voice?
This is sexy that comes out of my nose. Yes,
A lot of things come out of your nose.
that's
Sexy isn't
true.
one of them.
No.
Oh, thanks.
And you, sir. Yes?
Sexy. Give me sexy.
Some crunchy goodness coming at you.
I like the little,
You like the wiggle?
little shoulder
I
wiggle.
did a little wiggle.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers?
No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance.
Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone.
A little better.
Even if my days as cough up queen.
Oh,
Are
that's a porn
over.
star name.
Yeah, right?
That is
What else could that mean?
oh boy.
It's a family stream.
Everyone avert your eyes and ears.
Cough up? Huh?
You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch.
Well, I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes. You might say, yes, all the sordid secrets.
Secrets?
Dear me, You're a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What?
A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about?
Please, cough up queen. Tell us what happened. My name's Angel Star. Don't you go forget.
Oh, that's a porn star name.
Angel Star, the cough up queen.
Oh my god. You put them together and... Jesus. Oh. Uncomfortable.
Oh, before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Good. She means it.
Oh, she has heterochromia. That's weird.
Huh.
Like when she flips her
Yes, I know.
hair, her eyes a different color.
Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that daily special on Friday every week is Sonic. Destiny? Was yesterday's special for her for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that.
It's sexier.
Yeah.
Sexy. Yeah, how's it feel to be on the other end of this shit?
I don't think you're as good at trolling me as I am trolling you. / I don't get as grumpy. Go ahead. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity.
Evil ones?
Prosecutors! They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of the innocents. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce!
King of prosecutors. Jeez.
The Cop Award.
So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday?
I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul.
Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil?
Yeah, that's a sentence. Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen.
You're gonna suck my dick?
Woo!
You weren't expecting that,
I'm
were
glad
you?
I wasn't having Fresco in my mouth, because I would have coughed it up.
Yeah.
That got me.
Speaking of Fresca, I'll have a sip. Ew!
The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all.
Are you the fucking guy from The World Ends With You?
I don't
This
know
shall be the
reference.
pudding of your doom.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking guy. With the dreads. Really?
Really, what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors.
Alright.
So, what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath.
Yeah.
To see Lana Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see.
You mean you saw the very moment of the crime?
The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. Am I the only one distracted by her hot dog necklace?
Oh, no. It is very silly. Yeah, she's got that, and she's got the rice ball hat and a fur coat.
Well, it's actually like guacamole.
Guacamole, ew.
And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's noise. Wait a second. You know Lana Sky? Of course. It's quite a feat coming, Chief Prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder?
She always travels light. Thanks, Emma.
I also thought her necklace was a chibi squid until they pointed it out.
It is a hot dog in the shape of a squid.
Yeah, I get that. It's so weird.
She's the lunch lady.
Why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name?
It's a really common, like, cute way to serve lunches in Japanese lunchboxes. They make little hot dog squids.
I got you.
I learned that from watching anime.
Ah.
Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star?
I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. Down the street. You ready for a joke like that?
Yeah. I was about to...
For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here.
Why not make the lunches here rather than import them?
Did you say something?
No.
Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set.
Just looking at whatever that is.
It's General Tso's Trilobite lunch set, of course.
Never mind. You win.
Didn't look like that, but I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works the security room, and the controller got disconnected. Here at the prosecutor's office.
Your boyfriend?
See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth.
Is that
Sorry.
what Phoenix said?
Phoenix. I got screwed up.
It's pretty fucking difficult, isn't it?
I don't talk to myself as much as you do.
Yeah, I know. It's tough.
The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance.
So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. I'm the smart one.
Useful analyst. Not!
Oh my god.
That's right, you went Wayne's World.
It's about the prosecutor's office.
Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some, hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell.
You're thinking of onions.
Prosecutors are like onions.
They have layers.
Kind of like a 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past.
Well, if she's used 10-day-old clam chowder, I'm assuming it's with the fucking health department.
Hey! Shout out the health department.
Shout out to the health department. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen.
I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure.
Alright, I guess that's all I can do. Let's go to the High Prosecutor's office.
Go ahead. Whoa. It's the Cop Award!
Yeah.
There's a shitty game of chess going on
I
over there.
I was about to say, like, I like his Steel Samurai figurine back
Yeah,
there.
it's pretty sweet.
This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really.
Thanks.
Look! There's a trophy or something here.
Trophy? Wait, that shield.
It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk.
Cue the Edgeworth?
Oh man, I can't. We get his like legit theme. I think.
Yeah.
You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you?
That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth.
We don't get his theme. I guess it doesn't show up till the
I
second
don't think
game.
it does.
Oh, I love his
Good.
freaking theme song.
I do too.
Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere?
Oh, of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and...
Right. Her sister's the chief prosecutor after all.
Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I? No! It was just Mr. Right here.
Hey! Don't blame me!
We're just here to investigate a murder case!
Murder?
A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
That would be my car. What of it?
Man, he likes his car.
Yeah.
That was a cocky little head move.
Yeah. What? Your car?
Anyone want to make a model of that car? I'll give you a prize. I'll say one thing. She can certainly scream. You didn't really scream, but that's okay.
No.
So the body was found in your car?
Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir. I'm a Sky. It's nice to meet you again. Pasta Gazelle.
A Fazda Gazelle.
Oh, beautiful.
Love it. You win the prize of being our #1 bit contributor
Yay.
this week. No, that's a good one. I will try to remember the Fazda Gazelle. No, that didn't seem forced at all.
For your information, it's a medulla oblongata.
That's a stupid name.
Sounds like an Italian car.
I
Like one of
guess. I
those.
think you need one more word.
Yeah,
But yeah.
or like some numbers.
Yeah, okay.
Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt.
I can understand. Wait! What did you say?
Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow.
You, Mr. Edgeworth. All right.
To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all.
What do you mean?
Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you?
What are those rumors? Are they about us? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. I bet you could prosecute yourself. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Rumors about Fleetwood Mac? Wow! Hey, Mike. You're going to enjoy some of the voices we've given these characters.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has been quite a ride. Good.
Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident.
What? That's crazy.
Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop.
I mean, I'm not trying to like continue the gay jokes about Edgeworth, but his like sly look with his head
Oh
cocked
yeah,
is quite attractive.
he is.
all right?
He is giving Phoenix the look.
I know.
But
Some of them even go so far as to pretend to be with toys like this. They think it's funny.
Toys, the brown shield. There's got to be a story behind that one.
Chief Prosecutor Sky, yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
that's right. I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet.
Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife.
What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk.
You
of
keep
my
a knife
car.
in there?
You never know when you need to cut a bitch on the road.
I feel like you have some conflicts of interest in this one, but continue. I'll be taking that. Edgeworth? Yeah.
What?
Edgeworth? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on! Can't he take a joke?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
Alright, let's, examine. Hey, Edgeworth, why do you suck at chess?
Hey, a chessboard!
I'm not too up on my chest, but it looks like Blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head's kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing. It's nothing.
It's like there's not even a king on the board. That's the rules of chess.
True.
Like I said, sucks at chess. Alright, I'm gonna look at this fucking thing.
I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it.
Prosecutors.
That's pretty good. Huh? What's that?
It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So?
So that K, that's...
K stands for king?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
So mad.
I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors? Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better.
I remember when they used to make King of Prosecutors, in the 90s. They're pretty good fighting games.
Yeah. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before.
And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy.
Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? Oh, she wishes.
Whew. I don't think so.
Hey, Edgeworth, I'm just gonna look at your computer real quick.
No, don't!
I'll work this. It's quite tidy. As one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
Your reflection is of Gumshoe? Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe on that desk?
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you.
So that we're just talking shit about him. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, he's just standing in the office while we're doing this.
Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky Jagger. I never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
Just getting way too excited about this.
Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set!
I go more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction!
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far.
I am the queen of taking hobbies too far!
Better than the coffin queen.
Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling! There's even a ladder!
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Yep.
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool!
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder.
Heard you were talking shit.
I got more than one knife. Oh. Tensions in there?
Yeah, nothing.
Or do you want to... Is that...
I think back to the law offices.
Nope.
Yep.
Her buttons are so cute.
Yeah. Alright. Nothing there. Maybe I gotta show somebody something.
Oh, we didn't get all the evidence?
Oh, I can't look over there anymore.
You didn't check the door?
Yeah, but like...
I mean, I'm sure it's nothing.
This is where the cars leave the lot.
Yeah.
The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance.
What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit!
Well, maybe it's both, you know, kind of a dual purpose.
Aha! The theory of relativity!
What, to what?
I've gotta write this down! Hey, Mr. Wright! Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German, or was he British?
Whoa!
She's dumb as a fucking rock! I love her!
Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name? You can show her the trophy?
Yeah, let me show her the trophy. Hey, you seen this knife? Oh no!
Take that! Could you, take a look at this? You! Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get some rich flavor like this.
We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing.
Everybody's flexing their tea game on Phoenix.
Yeah, right.
I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite!
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time.
Here we go.
About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady? Huh? That's like showing a fine hunting ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked?
Okay. Oh,
What?
I haven't been looking at the evidence like it clearly told me to do.
A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189.
Yeah. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs.
What else would they use?
Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place.
True.
Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID Yabba. See, wouldn't that be better?
Yabba dab? Well, it certainly does have a ring to it.
Exactly my point.
It doesn't take much to amuse her. The knife?
Yeah.
Shoo. Shoo.
Alright, let's look at the blood.
If you guys want to tell us what we should be doing, I'm all ears as well.
This might be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple again. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
It's even magenta on the handle.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild.
Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit pear healing theory is more likely.
Heard you were talking shit.
I think that's gonna be a running
Yeah,
gag for the
yeah,
fifth
yeah,
case.
yeah,
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now, there's a scary thought. I just want him to have, like, an outdoorsy outfit, but still have, like, the puffy shirt thing going on.
Good lord.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow. One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name does have a ring to it. Alrighty.
Well, we
They didn't do it.
Well, nothing from the big K trophy.
Hmm.
Ah, let me look at my badge. Huh. I have a number 2. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin.
Each badge has a number carved into it. That way, you can tell which attorney it belongs to.
You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone?
No, I'd be found out right away.
Well, that's no fun.
Defending Eternity 26381.
A lot of close-ups.
Yeah, that's a joke I need a big B here for.
Yeah.
Me
All
doing
right,
a
let
very
me,
half-assed Les Mis reference.
I'm gonna show him.
The knife! No. What are you good at doing? So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year. Huh?
Even though you lost 2 cases and
To
got tried
this
for
guy!
murder, and I let you have maybe I should be king of prosecutors. Maybe I'm just So
I
I'm
got
saying.
more guilty verdicts than you did.
You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, Wright. I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield.
The police department?
Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you?
Where Detective Gumshoe works. Yeah!
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
Like tea. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or worse.
Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Hey, Edgeworth, check out this knife! Oh no! Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's against my
okay.
policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Especially with you.
He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright?
Nah, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Can we
Alright.
talk about another subject now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you tell me more about this yesterday?
This yesterday?
The day of the moiter.
Ah, I thought you were talking about that song by the Beatles.
The who?
Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held with the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors.
And that's when you got the shield.
I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12.
That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory.
That's fair.
The only thing I trust is solid evidence.
Ooh.
This is the parking stop from the underground lot.
The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back.
What, Wright? I'd appreciate if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere.
Whoa! I forgot about this character.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
Right?
Are you the gatekeeper?
Maybe I'll try another one.
I mean,
I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky?
I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir. No, sir. I know.
Why do you keep changing it?
I'm trying
I think
to
you're
decide.
better off the first way.
Alright.
If you guys think you should change it, let us know.
No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not?
Yeah.
I need to
Stanko's
focus
doing
on the
like,
trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
like a Gomer
Sir,
pile.
but sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with the sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir. I'm Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know.
Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains. And good luck.
I love how tall he is.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir! Hey, he caught me off guard.
As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there.
Thanks. He seems to finally have calmed down at least.
Son of a bitch. Stupid trophy. I hate this trophy.
T. To the police station. Oh.
Nope, no more of that.
Oh.
Yeah, Blue Badger!
Everyone do the Blue Badger dance.
Phew, we're finally here. Why did they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad. Badgie-kun.
Yeah.
The police department, huh? I've only been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Ready, guys?
Yay! Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that?
Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. You're trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badge.
And his name is Andrew Oliver. That's what I'm doing.
Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast.
Hey, pal! What are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Well,
Well, at least he doesn't seem to be too busy. This is our chance to get some information.
hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal.
Do.
I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor hasn't confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well... No, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second?
Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you may want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days. I can see why.
Yeah! You've had a bad run.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe? Oh, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let in criminals' affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
So anyway, I thought I'd spend a day getting the badge and dance down pat.
I enjoyed you trying to get your yawn into character.
Yeah.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
No?
Check this.
Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime.
The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair.
Perhaps.
It just goes to show you never know what will happen when you run a yellow light.
Okay. Anything on the back? Nah. Okay. Hey, Mr. Gumshoe, check out this knife. Oh no! Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife. What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Oh wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. I totally believe that. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. It's gonna have to narrow that down.
That's a lot of people. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little bit more what's going on with Edgeworth. Trophy.
Yeah. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I don't know. Ask somebody else.
I was hoping you would just let it sit. There's a reason. Next question.
I'll tell you what it is later.
I knew it!
Apparently he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors.
Hey, you know who this guy is?
Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Huh? Hey, pal, this is the detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into police. And I'm the police, so good job. People like you that get me into so much troubles all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must have dropped his ID card on.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. My mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim!
That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Alright.
So, this ID card belonged to the victim.
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
His suit and outfit looks so nice with the white hat and everything.
Yeah.
His neatly trimmed
And his
soul patch.
dumbass polka dot
Dumbass tie! That's what I was getting at. Thank you.
Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's sad to say this, but word is the chief prosecutor Sky called him out there in the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again?
Did you forget?
Less than 2 months ago?
Buddy, I ain't got the best memory, but jeez Louise. I started with the... Oh, shit.
It all started with the...
It all started when I opened the court record by accident. The murder of that defense attorney Hammond. Maybe I should go with a 20.
A 20?
A
Okay,
20.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there've always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there was always whispered rumors.
It's basically you guys skip most of your H's, but yeah.
Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Yeah.
Poor choice of words.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth's biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
Alright.
Can we move in? Oh, okay.
Oh, look at
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece.
It's got the handprint on it.
Yeah. The fucked up paint.
I love the duct tape on the ear, but
Yeah.
not ear, but head. You gotta believe!
Yeah, very much.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe.
The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger. Fated to dance until he drops.
That case is in the third game.
Yeah.
Alright. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who was, what's his name? The guy in the parking lot.
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A.
Wow. For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Crossed out.
I'm gonna check it out.
I wouldn't be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. That's what I do. All the time.
Alright. I'm gonna
Rotate.
Hey, look here! It looks like something has been crossed out.
Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe?
Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing.
No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case.
Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Anything on the front? Nope. Okay. Back to the parking lot.
Looks like the investigation is still going.
I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby.
Oh, still here?
Hello.
Why the surprise looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard?
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd.
Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
Alright. There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I'll watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case to something to catch his interest?
Oh.
Wrong button. There you go.
Got it.
Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? I'll warn you. Fan letters to me go right in the spittoon.
It's a letter of introduction for Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate?
Gumshoe. Ah, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something?
Huh?
Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation.
I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here?
No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settlers, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore. Into the spittoon. Crumpled and discarded. The Dustin Outlaw story.
Pardon me while I go upstairs and cry.
Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim?
Good men always die young. Remember that, partner.
Could you be a little bit more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr.
One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
Alright.
Died within an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common.
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Just prospecting. So
I know.
good.
I know. That's why I was giggling.
Here to this parking lot?
So it seems, like calling an like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
Sorry, I saw high noon and I got excited because I got to do the McCree thing.
Yeah. I don't mean this by any defense.
But what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, pretty much. What do you think West LA is? Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective.
You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? A lot of things get by her.
So, why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth thing.
Edgeworth?
That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation.
Alright.
Time to examine things. Let's look.
Fucking... This rope, is it...
Yep, they laid out the outline of the victim's body. For some reason.
So, wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
Ugh. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. This looks like an old cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Right. Let's check it out.
Oh, it's the fucking tutorial for how to do this shit that we already know how to do.
This is not Dustin moving right now.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
This is so nostalgic. Redial?
Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received.
Is there a call button but no end button?
I think it's both.
What?
You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't know things about redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever. Let's check out this phone.
Alright. Alright. Hit the button.
Gotta see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self. A defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button.
Hey! That song! I know that!
Hey, what's going on over there?
Sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this.
Who did you call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of them newfangled ring dudes.
Oh, that. I'm sorry, that was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but, someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman.
From L.A.
Yeah.
I mean, L.A. in big air
No.
quotes.
West LA.
All right. What else can we look at? Examine the car.
Fun times.
This appears to be the Fazda Gazelle where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. It's still fun to do. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get all the big bucks.
I gotta check out the lock.
Oh, what's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
You're right, let's see. 67S12/2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman! Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed?
Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Boop, boop.
Is there anything else I can interact with?
I think that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's everything.
Oh.
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall,
Yeah, Bambina?
how can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office.
Try wind or will. Something's up to something here. But who?
But who?
Man, who?
Ominous
But
atmosphere.
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth has been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forge evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person. Who?
I hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
What you're saying is Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was the closest to Edgeworth?
This is a fucked up case.
Yeah.
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
We're screwed. Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. It's hard to overcome that one. She says she did it.
I mean, why even have a trial then?
You can still have a trial.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't go through the rest of the rigmarole.
Yeah. No problem. I can guarantee that she is not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma,
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? A popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours! At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see.
Boom.
The detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here?
When do you ever know everything, Phoenix?
That's a good point.
You find out how things happen, like,
I don't
late
got that.
into the trial.
I don't got that ESP, you know. To be continued.
To be continued right now.
Dustin, you should save your game.
Thank you. Trial former. I guess before the trial. I don't know. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yes?
A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia.
Except the total opposite, personality-wise.
Yeah. But there is one decisive difference between you and her, and your voices.
And that is...
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. Boo. I'll be alone in there. So I'll have to discover the truth all by myself!
Yeah!
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Crap!
Mr. Wright, I see you brought a new underage girlfriend with you to the court. Seem to go through these pretty quickly, don't you?
This one wasn't even charged with murder.
It was her sister. Oh, that's a step up. It's weird, but like
Go ahead,
Emma
take a
does
look.
continue to bring up her age a lot.
Does she?
Yeah.
Hmm.
She mentions that she's in high school a lot.
Different
She says
generation,
that
yeah.
she's younger. Yeah.
Okay.
What if she is
like her
What if she's like 20 and pretending to be a teenager for like some fucking
science?
self-esteem reason?
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lona Score. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. See that? I was ready before you were ready.
Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I have been in a courtroom since his trial. I can still hear the screams and the banging of his head.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Professional, huh?
Yeah.
Well, then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand.
The Cough-Up Queen. That's a terrible, terrible nickname.
Maybe her code is full of lozenges.
Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Sexy. Give me sexy.
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Ho ho! Caviar? I've never eaten caviar before. Judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta mole. Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
All of them. And you, sir, did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? Oh, this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Yes, is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgewood?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean?
The oldest profession, if you know what I'm saying.
Judge.
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Star was a detective?
How is it the oldest profession? Because, like, wouldn't you have to pay the professional in that sense?
Exactly. It's the second oldest profession.
Ah. I know who you are. Cough up. I've rented the DVDs. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out.
Question. How?
Look
Look at where he's parked.
Oh,
How you could get a car out of that spot?
that is a tricky endeavor. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor.
This is a bad time to be starving.
Oh, I told you to eat before we started, like what I did, Dustin.
I wasn't hungry
You
then.
should have got something to snack on, Dustin. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright. I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me?
All right.
Somehow I knew this day would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Yep.
Then she thrust the pointing tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
That's how a knife works.
You see, if you try to use the handle... bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Oh! Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
All right. Let's do it.
Oh.
Tired of having to talk to yourself? Oh.
You're just plowing through that, huh?
Yeah, I didn't realize how short it was at first.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Let me see what we got. Alright, the knife. Is this it? Is it like I have to show that there's no prints on the knife?
I don't know about that.
Alright, let me see.
Do you know what to do?
Ask about that.
By garish car, you mean the luxurious Mazda Gazelle? Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes. Mr. Edgeworth? Incidentally, the knife which was... the knife which... with... Wow, I can't even say it the other way.
With
which.
Yes.
I am... This is hard doing three voices at the same time.
Yeah, it really is.
You don't really do three. It's pretty rare, right?
Tell it to the end of case 4.
I'm just playing. Incidentally, the knife which... Nope. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth. I never knew my weakness was with which instead of which with.
Also, like, you're super quiet when you do that voice. I can take over Angel if you want.
Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was.
I don't think it's that quiet. It was picking up well enough for people to hear. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, are you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed!
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
We're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her?
Alright. Maybe it's this.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
4 inches, Edgeworth. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Did you press the last two?
I pressed all of the last, like, 4.
Damn.
I really think it's this. I really
Okay.
think that this is kind of stupid.
Okay.
Present. Nope, that wasn't it. Alright. Loading.
I like you just loading it already, just admitting defeat.
Yeah, I know
so
what it
quickly.
is. Let's ask about the lunchbox and the boyfriend.
This, boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend. The security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Are you looking for more? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend.
In a row?
Whoa!
Oh, shit!
She's got that ESP, you know! The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self. The judge had to think before replying.
Heyo!
Freaking love her.
The security guard room
Oh, here we
is
go.
in the vault in A-Borg. It's up on the second level, as you can so you can see everything from up there. That would be the room with the security sign.
Yeah.
Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Oh, I guess I gotta do, like...
It's about BA block, I don't know. The fence, making it hard to see.
Yeah, let me take a look at the layout.
I guess you can still see it.
Through the wire fence. Security room, there's the telephone.
Gonna pull up a walkthrough?
Holding a knife in her right hand. Let me just sense something. Maybe it's this.
You sensed something. So you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
Bet you've been chocked full of seeds.
Whoa! Cough up, Queen. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. And I must be hard yellow and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match.
In any case, there in the lot, I felt something staring in the back of my mind.
I have pressed almost everything. Like,
Alright, I'm pulling up Walker.
I gotta present evidence somewhere. I think it's like she couldn't see it as clearly as she's saying she could. 4.5-inch knife.
Press the first and second statements. Then press the fourth.
Oh, I have to press the first statement?
Yeah.
That's dumb!
I guess that kind of makes sense. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet the methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
It's okay,
Heard
Mike.
you were talking shit.
It's okay, Mike. You can talk more to me next time. Given that they are used to erase an inconvenient evidence at the whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Yes, Rat Ha.
Ms. Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Mr. Now press the fourth?
I guess we go through this again.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Alright.
What an odd case this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism.
I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph! You took this.
Why wasn't this at the start?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera.
Fucking why?
A photograph, look at it.
Yeah.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it off to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
I think that's the third boyfriend.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky.
So, what was the defendant doing at the time?
Alright, now we have...
Present the crime photo on Angel's 5th or 6th statement.
Let's see. Let me just check this out. Alright. So, she's got the thing in her right hand. She's wearing his coat, which is weird.
You can look at the photograph if you want.
Yeah.
And do like that.
Okay, alright.
I meant like if you wanted to like spin it around and look close.
Well, you can. You can just
Oh.
look at it.
I see. Go ahead. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I already said, yes, I swear on my finest salmon swear lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't this odd? Look at this photograph! This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection.
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
Yes, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
You talking shit, Edgeworth?
You talking shit.
Oh, what do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
No problem, except you.
That was Edgeworth.
Oh, I'm sorry. It sounded like him.
No problem, except you.
You got a line from me earlier, I got one from you.
Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Yeah, go ahead. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture at the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you'll order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculated, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was premeditated murder. That sounds objectionable. Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. This is where you object, or present.
Yeah.
Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know.
I've seen some shit, boy.
That's a knife. The knife.
Oh my god, stop it.
I was just trying to make you giggle. The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
So
What's
this
with this case?
the bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there.
The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right?
I mean, are prosecutors bad people? I don't know why I brought you to the trial, son.
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. It seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh! This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! Order! 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 Great! Now the tide's turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Ooh.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
Shit!
Oh, shit.
Damn, Edgeworth!
Damn! Throwing shade in this trial.
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
Oh, snap. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned! If it wasn't, why was I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
You have such a lovely voice. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
Oh, how dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now?
It's getting real.
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife
There it
in
is.
again and again. In and out again. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Well, it doesn't mean you're not planning to kill him.
Yeah. In any case, who is this teenager? The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Yeah.
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. with my moss surprise.
I am surprised you have a lunchbox full of moss,
It's
so I guess it works.
delicious.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait.
Damn,
for Star.
Edgeworth.
Yeah!
You are on fire today.
Fucking fire! Oh, he's spitting fire today. Oh my god. Oh, she pissed.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look.
He's the one doing it.
The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Ha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
Oh boy.
What about my objection? No one noticed. Well, witness?
It's always Edgeworth, Edgeworth, Edgeworth.
You got the crime scene set right. Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's what I thought she stabbed him, at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood! Testify!
Here we go.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Fucking... Save it.
Okay.
Fucking... What muffler, bitch?
Miss Star, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
Fuck.
Damn, Edgeworth! What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim.
If you never forget anything, then allow me to tell you something, and that is, I am not wearing a tie
muffler
at all.
You are wearing a red club tie with a half-Windsor knot. And you proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless.
Ouch!
Congratulations. Perhaps you've finally found your true calling in life.
Damn. Oh, man. It's fucking destroying this woman.
Harsh words, but good.
In the edge, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
In the edge.
In the edge, Mr. Edgeworth. I have a speech impediment.
What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there! A scarf! No, not that, but something red! Really?
Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part.
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, that's interesting. They changed the text from the 3DS trilogy on.
Huh.
The one part. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me so confused earlier in my testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
I bet it is.
Oh. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with the tails unless you want to get bitten. No thanks.
Note to self: Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum! Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman! Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
It's one of those things where I realize that those two sound a lot alike.
A little
with your
bit.
voice.
It's actually funny. Is like you could tell, like the first 2 words or so, I like have to transition into the other voice
Yeah.
when I do them back to back.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
I mean, I knew what it was, but I also checked to make sure I was right
Yeah.
this time. Do you know what to do?
Ask
There's
about.
one thing you need to press.
Yeah.
So where is this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure she means this wall next to the car.
That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
Alright. That wasn't it. Actually, let's ask how quickly she caught her.
There you go. You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details.
Always press for more details.
I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was,
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
Sorry. Can you read? Charles is right. Also, hi Zelda 4B.
The,
Arrested Development, but with a beard.
yeah.
New Start guy. Great call.
Here we go.
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The cough-up queen, lunch lady, and athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Judge Beard. Tonight on Judge Beard. So she made to escape. Can you be more specific?
Oh boy.
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. You're pretty impressed, huh?
Yeah. You did pronounce those 3 words right.
Thank
so
you.
Good job.
Ah. She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The other... Ah! The parking lot entrance.
That's right! It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Sky tried to run.
I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it! You have to believe me!
Alright. I guess here. Because she said she quickly caught her. And so I have to say that...
Parking lot floor plans.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide quickly caught her. I guess I gotta show the floor plans at this point? Maybe it's here. I know I gotta show the floor plans.
Press on the... wait, go back to the third statement. Press there. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else.
Yes, the chief prosecutor was
There we
talking
go.
on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
Witness testimony sucks! All of it.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor's first attempt was to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right! Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Well, apparently it was out of order.
So wait. She had a cell phone, but chose to use the live phone.
Sometimes reception isn't good in the parking garage. In 2004.
Yeah.
And she said, and I screwed myself up.
Yeah.
And so she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Hang on. Think about this one.
Yeah.
Look at your evidence.
See, how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell phone. I'm gonna say it real quick.
No. Look at the floor plans.
Yeah. So she had to walk around.
Look where the telephone is.
Uh-huh.
So, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's there. Let me check. Or if you want to go for it, you can go for it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Hey, get that far. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor?
That's King Prosecutor to you.
You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. I don't know what that means, but let's look at these floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you could have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at? That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in the B block, you couldn't have seen it. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's full of crap. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies!
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Where she saw that, of course, right? Isn't that what we're talking about? It has to be, because of the vantage point.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? Okay, phew. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see! But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
I mean, I'm not lying.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed the crime was here.
In the security room.
This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are so many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in the A block. The only place she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remembered your testimony. You said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room? Yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star.
Here we go. More stuff.
Order! Order! Oh, witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished.
Yep.
And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime at the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands.
It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So, tell us, her reason was, Mr. Wright? Me? Who else?
Anyone else?
Mr. Wright, let's reveal what we know.
Okay, brainstorm, folks. Let's figure this out.
Mr.
Oh, I thought it was still on the
Miss
talking.
Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. She was blowing her point, but she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change?
Distance to the crime.
It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness, you... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to
Jeez.
my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend? That's the name of our new album.
B for the B.
Yeah. He wasn't... I'm sorry. Whoa, Judge, where'd you come from? He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
And when the fuck did you take that picture?
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. I didn't know they could move the circle this far.
Yeah.
That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's where she took the photo.
Yep.
That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention if I say so myself.
This fucking judge.
Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Sure we do.
Yeah.
We have to. Five minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the city. Hey!
There we go.
Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone today. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dwaddled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah! Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony, thank God. The witness had a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright!
We did what?
We screwed a can shut? That was too close. I'm afraid that the Coffee Queen has been dethroned. That's right, even I'm getting one in. And with that, court is adjourned.
Man. She's I was gonna make a joke, but I didn't have it.
Oh, she said it. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to say, I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions of you, Miss Star. Oh. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Hoo-hoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness' determination, I'll allow her one more testimony.
Oh boy.
Let's hear some more lies about this decisive evidence. Like the lunch lady motto says, you won't be disappointed.
Oh boy.
What she's gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time?
Okay. Here we got.
I like Sophie said, it would be nice to cosplay as her, but I'm worried about the onigiri on her head.
Yeah, you could only really wear it for one day, then you'd have to.
You gotta
eat
like glue it to the hat, I think.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that hat?
Nice jelly donut.
Also, it is barely attached to her head.
That is true.
Like if she straightened her neck out a little, it would just fall off. I guess it's pinned there.
I should have mentioned those 5... You like when I do that?
Yeah.
Those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
No.
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One, of course, was the victim's. The other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Yep.
What? There was blood found on the shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Just like on the billboard.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
In less than a day, can you believe it? Didn't I mention I have 3 boyfriends in forensics?
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police
We
department.
break that all the time.
Yeah. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Really? I guess it seems so. Edward sure is celebrating over there. Not so fast, Mr. Edward. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. I guess you would call it sullen.
You can at least study some evidence law, really.
I won a contest, okay? The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have done another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Okay.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I shouldn't have mentioned those 5 minutes.
This is the cross-examination you already did.
Good point.
Just don't want to give you too much work. You've been working very hard this episode.
You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant without a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie. Huh? Well, speak up. Oh, well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell blood tests without whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt about it. It could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that.
Let's see. Keep asking.
And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
Wow!
Yeah!
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon, if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. My boobs defy gravity. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox, really. In any case, you removed the valuable evidence from the scene of a crime. Now tell us what you did next, you bimbo.
So that's the first blood type.
So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensic expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
Alright.
That's pretty sly, hiding evidence like that.
There's nothing sly about the lawyers
How do
using
you
a
know
law
what
as a
I'm
weapon.
thinking?
In any case, science is always on our side. Don't forget, scientific investigation is the wave of the future.
I've seen CSI. Maybe I should investigate. You want to look at the shoe?
Yeah. Oh,
She stepped in the blood?
yeah.
Ah! There's blood here too!
On the sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood?
All this blood, it's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue. I think that was what we needed to find.
Yeah.
You want to hit the other one?
Yeah, why not?
The bloodstains on the carpet.
Yeah.
This blood, it's my sister's, right?
It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis.
Alright, that's all from that. So,
I know what you gotta do.
yeah.
If you don't know, I'll tell you.
I need to present the shoe somewhere, right?
Not yet.
So I need to press something else?
The 5th statement.
Yeah.
Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the pepper fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client seasoned enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe?
There we go.
Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe?
There's a problem.
If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. The gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Good boy.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. I wonder if you've noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, Rocky, or it'll be the blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of his shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe?
Well,
It would be this, right? Because there's no blood on the floor.
crime photo.
Yeah.
The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? Oh-ho! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. This contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked at the scene and we found nothing of the sort. Order! 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 Well, witness. What?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh! That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think!
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I see. Now I get it.
This is really, really funny because in the Japanese, this part is a joke. When they say "now I get it" or "I see," it's "naruhodo," which is a Japanese expression. That's also his name in the Japanese version. So he's asking. So he says, like, "Is he talking to me?" Is like the actual
I see.
joke. They do that a lot in the games.
Which I guess
But-
they play with right and right.
Yeah, they play with Wright and Phoenix and everything like that. But this is
But
just
I get you. I get
another
you.
one of those instances.
Japanese jokes.
Yeah.
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts went on. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but quite deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
You told me your lunchboxes were handmade! You bitch! Throwing you out of court!
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Ha! You don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
Ah! That tie stings up quite nicely. A nice little package with a bow.
Yeah.
The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
Don't forget making up evidence. Oh, shit.
That's true. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
Well, what? What can I do? Your sister freaking did it. She confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it.
But
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star's on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
The court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Me?
Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side?
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping.
Man, this trial is long.
Yes. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Oh, wait, witness. Don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew you couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up on the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Let me take a look at this photo real quick.
Oh yes, there's something there.
It's not in the... It's
That's okay, keep going. We'll get there. Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake or whatever. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the... Yeah, you see it?
Yep.
The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor.
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part of a car on a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see. That's a fine-looking Fazda Gazelle.
Yeah.
What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So, what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with the cast? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to this case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's from her testimony earlier. Phone.
Oh, yeah. Brain dumb.
That's okay.
I forgot that.
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Oh, yes. As when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Oh! Yeah! Could it be the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Ah! 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 You okay there? Okay.
I'm still hungry.
Whoa! It seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Thank the Lord!
Suspend. I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed.
I suppose so.
That was close. But we made it. At least for now. The court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess? Man, that's not a lot of time. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry!
I'm hungry! All this talk of lunch is driving me nuts. To be continued.
Continued next Sunday at 6 p.m.
Next week, we will continue.
Oh,
boy.
actually, yeah. Are we going up? I gotta look at the E3 schedule. Is there a conference around that we have to worry about?
Sunday night? I'm not sure.
I thought there was one around that time. We might have to move our time.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
we'll
so
see you next week.
Subscribe and we'll figure it out. But good night, and we'll let Dustin eat. This was fun, and my voice is tired.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how I felt last week now.
I do.
Yeah.
I all I do is compliment you. I don't know why you're being so sassy. You're really good at this, and I'm bad at this. Okay.
And with that, we'll see